How are you, my dear followers on YouTube? In this video I want to talk about the rule of the air, how I can calculate and how I can purchase the best air handling unit for my saffron farm, my saffron room. Here in the outside, the plants that you can see in the outside, they experience sometimes the wind and the velocity, sometimes 10 kilometers per hour, sometimes 15 kilometers, sometimes high. Is not comparable. We have sometimes the rainy weather here, you can see in the outside, but in our room, in a saffron farm, we cannot compare exactly that happens in the outside. Okay, because saffron originally from the outside, we bring the saffron, okay, we remodeling everything that happens. Okay, saffron farm, not only we can increase the capacity, the best opportunity for us that they remove the negative factors like directly sunlight, directly the sometimes high speed, in the big wind, heavy rain. In this, for example, in the outside, if you want to for example, a saffron, because saffron originally from the outside, we want to bring the saffron to the inside the saffron farm. I will teach you what should you do for the calculating, but don't compare. This is the very strong. When you bring, for example, a plants inside your room, its strength will be near the 50%, 60% will be decreased. Therefore, you should provide in the suitable, with the step by step provide the air requirement. Today I want to talk about the air requirement. Stay tuned with me. I will show you on the board. Okay, come with me. You should calculate with a simple formula how I can consider the air requirement in the saffron farm. How can they calculate related to air formula for my saffron farm? How much ventilation I need? This is, I will learn you. We assume you have a saffron farm. Always you should consider like a rectangular shape. Much better for you, like a rectangular shape. Okay, this is your room. For example, this is 2 rack of the shelves. 2 rack of our shelves. Always, you should consider between the distance between 2 shelves, 1 meter is best. That usually from the air handling unit, this is your air handling unit. Okay, this is your air handling unit, and you via plastic duct distribute the air. Okay, the air. Now how much? If we consider this is your length of your room, 20 meters, and the width is 5 meters. Okay, 5 meters, and the height is the near 5 meters. 5 by 20 meters is equal. This is sometimes some of you mistakenly they are saying, what is the size of your room? You say 100 square meters. This is wrong. This is the size of your room is the 20 meters by 5 meters is 100 meters, not 100 square meters under cultivation. Okay, now I have the 100 meters. When you bring the shelves to 6 with a 6 floor or 7 floor each, this 100 meters, when you bring after installing the shelves, for example, with the shelving system, you have 5 meters, 100 meters with the 6th floor. This is converted to with the shelving system, because this is only a surface, this is ground. When I put the shelves, I can increase the cultivation under the square. Therefore, I have here with the 6 or 7 floor, you have approx 500 square meters. Okay, 500 square meters in the 100 room, 5 meters wide, 20 meters length is equal 100 meters. And when you install the shelf, you have 500 square meters. Okay, how much air? When you install the shelves, you should know, according to my experience, according to the vertical farming, because I have experience with the exotic mushroom, button mushroom, leech farming. My experience say each square meters, each 1 square meters need 22.5 cubic meters per hour air. Okay? each square meters, square meters need 22.5 cubic meter per hour. This is the index of the air. Okay? 1 meter need 20.55. How much you have? You have 500 square meters. I have 500 square meters. Therefore, by each square meters, 1 square meters need 22.5 cubic meters per hour. Total near 11,200. Approx 11,000. Okay, approx 11,000 units. Therefore, with this simple formula, you can acquire the best air handling unit. If you want to buy from the online shop or a company, when the company asks you, the first question, which capacity unit air handling unit? And usually air handling unit we define with a CFM. For example, you say I need a air handling unit with a CFM 11,000, 10,000. For example, 10,000 is a perfect for you. This is uses in the best professional. For example, is very bad. You say, okay, I have the 50 meters. Yourself, please provide for us. Yourself, you should determine how much air I need, depending on the velocity. How much velocity I need. Therefore, in the future, I will explain you what is the velocity. You know, with the air speed in a vertical form, we say velocity. How much air is stream between your shelves. Therefore, I need an air handling unit with 11,000. Okay? But you buy, this is the when we say 11,000 CFM, this is the work with the maximum hours. When you buy in your room, needs to play with the air handling unit. You shouldn't, you know, sometimes if the work without inverter, if you only use air handling unit, works with the maximum 11,000, and sometimes you will destroy all your products. Sometimes play, sometimes has an inverter. You know, we have the inverter is a device connected to the this is a frequency connected to your air handling unit. For example, this is air handling unit, a small device and as much as known as inverter. An inverter, and you'll self-determine. For example, I need in this room I need the frequency with the 20%. Works with the 20%. Now I am in the propagation phase. I need ventilation in my room should be very high. Okay, for example, I need to do the 30% work. 30% of the 10,000. And only thing that is very important, the velocity is very important. The air speed or the velocity between your shelves, how much? With a simple, I cannot understand. For example, you say I cannot. Okay, very easy. Let me give you an example. For example, you inject a smoke with your cigarette, with your hookah, release a lot of the smoke in your shells. You should see the movement of the smoke. When the smoking is stop in the one point, it means you don't have any ventilation. But when you release a lot of smoke in your room, when the smoke is moving, go to the all around your room, this means I have very good ventilations. But depending, for example, in the dormancy, you do not need to do any movement of the air. Sometimes maybe it's off air handling unit. For example, for flowering, I need a little velocity. Sometimes maybe depending on your room, 0.5, you know, very small. In the propagations, exactly this work with this formula. For example, 20 point. You know, as I told you, each square meters need 22.5 square meters related to the propagation. This amount much lesser. But in the formula, exactly you should this formula, because I don't want to confuse you. With this formula, you can easily base the base air handling unit. This is 11,000 is the maximum. You should always consider a little more. For example, 1,000 that already I did is like 11,000 is the maximum. In the majority of time, we do not use the higher distance, or even the like is 10,000. Always we use with the 10%, 20%, 30%, depending on the phase that we are located. In the dormancy, maybe this 20 point, we don't need any circulation. In the flowering, very, very low. In the propagation, is the high. Your air handler unit should work with a 20.5 square meters. You should increase the frequency, but sometimes it's the night and there is not any sunlight, any ventilation. We don't need, maybe in the 0. All of them, you can use this formula. But, you know, in the propagation phase, saffron bulbs for the increasing the volume, if you want to have a heavy bulbs, needs to a lot of water. When you give a lot of water, you need high ventilation. You should with the air handling unit do it, not a simple air conditioner, a split. You know, sometimes if you are in the winter with the, for example, a heating system with the gas, these are very horrible for the saffron farm. Air handling unit is the design for the saffron farm, because ventilation, we need to a lot of water give, and with the ventilation you can easily reach. Thank you. The only way for the purchasing my book is this number, +9893582539545. Text me on WhatsApp, and this package, the PDF plus the videos step by step from the all aspect of the saffron farming, and plus the videos, plus 2 days online consultation. If you need, text me on WhatsApp. I have also another services in the writing the business plan. In the less than the 10 days, I will write for your business plan, plus 1 year online consultation that I have. You can with the contact number, reserve any services that